Welcome to Cadence Design Systems Fidelity Tutorial Tuesday, where we show you how to use a feature or demonstrate a technique in just a few minutes. In this video, we will show you the new Trim Geometrically tool that was added to Fidelity Pointwise 2023.1. Here we have the impeller from the FDA centrifugal blood pump. It has lots of fillet, round, and corner quilts, so it's perfect for showcasing the new Trim Geometrically feature. Either select the model or a subset of quilts and go to Edit, Trim Geometrically. At the top of the panel is a table that shows the number of quilts currently in the task, and as we start defining splits on these quilts, it will also preview the number of new boundary curves that will be created. Below the table is the mode frame. There are 4 different modes denoted by these icons here: bisect, 1 point, 2 point, and star, or you can think of it as endpoint mode. The options in the remaining frames change depending on the mode selected. To use bisect mode, simply select a quilt or group of quilts and choose a split direction. Bisect mode splits the quilt through its center point in the chosen direction. By default, the split direction is curvature, which splits the quilts either lengthwise or widthwise, depending on which direction has minimal curvature. This option works very well for fillets and rounds, but you could also explicitly choose lengthwise or widthwise. The extend frame is used to extend the split into suitable neighboring quilts. Options are none, adjacent quilts, or all adjacent quilts. Note that the split is previewed in yellow for the selected quilts and green for the extensions. If you do not want a quilt or a set of quilts to receive extensions, simply click the Select Quilts to Exclude button and select your quilts. Some quilts are not eligible for bisect mode, such as the top of the impeller disc. In this situation, or if you just want more control over your split, you should use 1 point mode instead. Select a point and a split direction, and then once the point is placed on the quilt, it's constrained to that quilt, but it can be moved around either by dragging or control clicking and using the options in the point placement frame. The only other difference between bisect mode and 1 point mode is the addition of the orthogonal split direction, which splits the quilt through the selected point in a direction orthogonal to the nearest boundary. Moving on to 2 point mode, simply select 2 points and the quilt will be split by the straight line drawn between those 2 points. The split is either a line projected onto the quilt, or you can have it drawn in parametric space. The placement of the first point also sets the quilt to which the second point is constrained, so make sure that the correct quilt is highlighted when you place it. On quilts like the top of the impeller that have cutouts, the split will terminate at the nearest boundary if both points are on the same side, or it will traverse the boundary if one point is on either side. And finally, star mode. This mode splits the quilt by drawing lines from a center point through the selected points. Just as with 2 point mode, the placement of the first point selects the constraining quilt. If the wrong quilt is highlighted, you can press the space bar to cycle through all quilts beneath your cursor, or you can place the first point slightly interior and then drag it to the boundary. Once 2 points have been selected, the center point appears, denoted by this diamond icon. By default, it is placed at the average of the selected points, but you can move it. Keep selecting points until your desired split has been defined, and press the Save Split button to end the definition of the current split and begin defining other splits. If you like this video, be sure to click the thumbs up button or subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, drop us a line below or connect with us via LinkedIn, which is linked in the description. Thank you all and have a pleasant Tuesday.